that like button on the way in. I'm usually trying to set out the notifications so everybody can know that we live. As you know, sometimes the notifications will come out. Sometimes your notification will come out. So hook up the people who are in here, like sometimes how you are in here and might want notifications. So whenever you come into one of these videos, I would behoove me if you would hit the I would appreciate it if you would hit the like button. Anyway, with all that being said, we want to have a discussion today, and if I'm not to be correct, the title is Fetty Wap, and we want to talk about this Meek Mill, Rick Ross situation. So just because we're going to be clear, the only reason why we're having this Meek Mill's Rick Ross conversation is because I saw a Jordan Tower video. I rarely ever watch anyone else's videos. Today I decided I was going to watch a couple of videos of other content creators. Rarely ever watch. Today I decided I was going to watch a couple. Nobody's really stood out. Apparently there's a situation going on in the Bronx that I haven't been reporting on. I want to say something real quick. There's a reason why I don't generally report on gang activity in the area in which I live. And that's because generally I don't report on gang activity. Generally I report on rapper activity. So if it's a individual from the Bronx and they might be known as an up-and-coming rapper, and I don't report on them because they're just involved in gang activity, that's because they're involved in more gang activity than they're involved in rap activity. Once they start doing more rapping than ganging, then most likely I'm going to be reporting on them. But I just want to be clear on this because I think we was having a conversation the other day about why am I reporting on gang business in Chicago, and to me it's not me reporting on gang business in Chicago. To me it's me reporting on some actual rappers who you guys should see as actual rappers who at this point might be involved in gang activity, but a lot of these guys are far removed from being just a gang member and they are actually rappers. Like FBG Duck, if you go look at his streams, he was doing incredible. He's actually a rapper. Muwap, I believe, had just came out with a couple of songs. He's actually a rapper. So when we're talking about situations that involve these individuals, we're talking about situations that involve rappers. We're not just talking about gang business. With that being said, we're going to do roll call about the 5 or 6 minute mark, just to let y'all know. Also, I want to have this conversation today about Meek Mill and Rick Ross. I want y'all to go back and do me a favor. Do anybody remember, for everybody that don't record this, when Meek Mill signed his deal, Rick Ross and Meek Mill signed the deal, they filmed that apparently and put that over the internet. Does anybody remember that? They filmed when Meek Mills signed the paperwork. And does anybody remember how Rick Ross's face looked? I'm never going to forget that. Well, I mean, if I get a head injury or something, or amnesia, I guess I'll forget. But, you know, sans that, without that, with the exception of that, with taking that out of the equation, I don't think I'm ever going to forget that. And one of the reasons is because Rick Ross looked at like he was sad that Meek Mills was signing the paper. So that's just something to, I don't know what to say, just something that I noticed and that I recall. So Meek Mills is complaining about his record deal, apparently, and he's saying that he's not getting the monies in which he deserves, apparently. But I think this might just all be publicity, not for nothing. I think they're just trying to figure out a way to make Meek Mills the victim. Record deals are bad in general. Like every person that got a record deal with one of these major labels can complain. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Everybody can complain. Record labels are just, pardon me. Record deals are just bad in general, especially whatever your first record deal might be. That's probably gonna be pretty terrible. Record deals are just bad in general. So that's that. We're gonna discuss that also. But before we go any further, I want to discuss. So yesterday, we had a gentleman come on the show. He just was in the area in which I was, and he said, "What's up?" So I said, "What's up?" to him. Then I asked him, did he want to say what's up to y'all, like I do with everybody? And then he decided he wanted to sit down and sell y'all real estate or something. I'm not sure what he was trying to sell y'all. I'm really not sure what he was trying to sell y'all. But I want to say this real quick. I've always been that open with the platform. Like, y'all see me out in the street all the time. And whenever people walk past, I'm always, asking them if they want to say hi to the people. This particular individual just decided to, camp out for a little while. And I don't know, I was pretty open to it. Like I said before, if y'all ever see me out in the street and I'm doing my thing and y'all want to come over and y'all want to say what's up, I want y'all to feel like, especially if you're an individual that's a part of the community, especially if you're somebody that do drops, especially if you're somebody that drop comments, that are in asshole comments, obviously. I want you to be able to feel free. Like, you could come up to Jack Frost when you see me on the street and say what's up and say hi, especially if you, so not for nothing. That's one of the main reasons why I thought that it was important to me to allow for this gentleman to be able to voice his, well, I don't know what he was trying to sell you, to be honest with you. I mean, maybe if it was a little bit earlier in the day, he would have been able to explain himself better. Not that I'm going to be inviting him back to explain himself, but I'm just saying if it was a little bit early in the day, maybe he would have been able to explain himself better, because I didn't get it. Anyway, let's do roll call real quick. I said 7 to 8 minutes, right? I think I said. Let's wait. Also, happy Halloweens to everybody that has the whole Halloweens. Also, this is Sunday morning, and I want to say this much before we even do roll call. You want to know the trick about life? I think, I'm not sure, but I think the trick about life is being grateful for even the bad things that happen. I think that's literally the trick about life. I think that when we master being grateful, even in those moments where we're in despair, I think that's kind of like the trick to life. I just thinking about that recently. Because you know how sometimes frustration could look like anger? You ever been frustrated before and people tried to say that you were angry and then that turned into a whole nother conversation? So sometimes I think frustration could also look like ungratefulness. Sometimes I think that anger could sometimes look like ungratefulness. Sometimes I think that despair. Sometimes I think that many emotions that are just emotions that somebody gets when they're depressed or when they're sad, I think that sometimes that could look like ungratefulness. So I think that we need to practice suppressing those particular emotions, because even in the moments where we are extremely grateful for where we're at or our position, but we might be feeling overwhelmed, I think sometimes we might be letting off the impression that we are ungrateful about a situation that we are extremely grateful to be in. I'm Jack Frost, BBN Network. This might sound crazy, but there are so many people that would love to be in my position. I guess it's not crazy because a lot of those people make videos about me every day. I'm in an extremely enviable position. And even for the things that happened that I wish didn't, it's only right that I'm also grateful to be in that position for those things to even have occurred. So I think that we have to start being grateful even when things aren't going right, because at least things are going. Let's hit that like button so we can send out some notifications, y'all. Let's do roll call. Dwayne Phillips says, bless up to the Most High. That's a fact. This is a Sunday morning. Let's get some prayers out there. That's a fact. Let's get some prayers out there. We're sending all of our strength and all of our blessings to Dwayne Phillips and his family this morning. We're sending all of our strength and all of our blessings to Miss Lady. Shout out to Tanya from Harlem. She says, happy Halloween. We're also sending strength and blessings to No Limit War. He says, yeah, this is Sunday morning. We're going to appreciate each other, and we're going to be grateful, not just for the life that God has given us and allowed for us to be living right now, but also for the opportunities in which we have, whether we've accomplished whatever, or whether we've taken advantage of said opportunities, or whether opportunities just, we got to wait for it to come back around, or we didn't get to have the opportunity to have an opportunity is a reason to be grateful. Who else we got up in here? What up, C. Graf? He says, salute, Frost. Good morning. Much blessings, and I definitely appreciate you showing up in here this morning with us. No Limit Wars says, good morning. Shout out to Deep Lockets, dropping all of those Frosts. Definitely appreciate you. All the blessings, all the love. I'm very happy to have you here with us this morning. Haven't seen you in a while. I'm very happy to see you now. What up to the Art D Glass? He says, happy Halloween's over here. He says, sup, and he drops all of them Frosts. Definitely happy to have you here this morning with me, my brother. Definitely so much love to y'all. A lot of y'all guys, when I see y'all, it just definitely lifts up my day, because I know that we're going to have quality comments in the comment section, and that helps me be able to work. So whenever I see y'all guys that I know that y'all have quality comments, You really do lift my spirits when y'all guys show up to the show. What up, Gary Phillips? He says, good morning. Blessings to all, everyone. Definitely blessings to you also, Mr. Gary Phillips. What up, a.k.a. Mr. a.k.a. He says, sound. If you can't hear, there's nothing I can do about that, my brother. You got to fix it on your end. What up, my net? I don't know what that's supposed to say. But it says, good morning. Much blessings to you. A.k.a. says, morning chat. Let's see. Boom. Deep Lockett says, word. AKA said, AKA says, not laughing my last off. I was finishing my comment. Oh, nah, you good. I want to start with Meek Mill, if y'all don't mind. There's a reason why I want to start with Meek Mill. Because I learned a very valuable lesson from Rick Ross. So basically, Meek Mill was saying that his record label, obviously MGM and MMG, pardon me, and whoever their parent label is, isn't paying him. He's saying that he's not receiving the monies he's supposed to receive. I'm going to explain something to y'all real quick. All of you dudes that want to become a rapper, understand that your money is not going to be coming from the label. If you sign with the label, you're not signing with the label to make money off of the label. You're making the label rich. You have to make money off of you. You have to go out there and get your deals. You got to go out there and get them brands to want to fuck with you. You have to become your marketing machine. You guys that's waiting for the labels to pay you, you should have just stayed independent. I don't know no other way to say this. But you needed the labels because you need to push. You need to be able to show up to these award shows. You need to be get on playlists. You need all of this stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So when you become a rapper and you sign with these labels, stop thinking that the labels are supposed to be paying you what you're worth. Understand that your worth is what you create. So the labels are going to push your music, right? So you have to decide what your brand is, and then you have to get your merch out there. Then you got to attach yourself to some of these corporations, some of these corporate machines. This is what you have to do. These guys are not doing this. Pardon me. Excuse me. Thank you. They're already getting paid from their shows. So we're not talking about the show money. Meek Mill's already doing shows. For him to be complaining, not that he doesn't have a valid complaint, just so we could be clear, but for him, he's already doing shows. So obviously, him doing shows isn't the thing, all right? You want to know what Rick Ross did after Meek Mill said all of this? On Rick Ross's story, all he has is the different brands that he's in business and he's in bed with, making money off of, just all the way across his story. You see, the biggest difference between Meek Mills and Rick Ross is Rick Ross is working. Meek Mills is hanging out with his richer buddies, right? Meek Mills consider work going to the studio, which it is. Rick Ross considers work going to the boardroom. These are two different people. They're on two different levels. Please stop telling me Meek Mills is a boss. I fuck with Meek and I like Meek and I listen to Meek music every day. Don't get this confused. I think Meek is an underrated rapper. Even the people that think he's good, I think might be underrating him. He's incredible. Meek Mills is just one of those people that he needs to be on a song with another person, because you just listen to Meek Mills all by himself, it's just not gonna work. I don't understand it either. It just doesn't work for me. Like, I could listen to Lil Wayne on a song all by itself, it works. Nas, Jay-Z, everybody, but with him, it just don't work for me. Shout out to Liberty Hazelton. He says, whoop. I ain't even put it. AKA, Mr. AKA says, great example, 50 Cent. He knew how to keep getting money. He was not lazy. Most rappers are lazy. They just assume they made it when they get signed. No, most rappers, I'm not going to say are lazy. That's not fair. We don't know what lazy is, and we don't really understand what they're doing when they're trying to go get their money. Some rappers are 100% lazy. But what happens is we're raised in a job mentality. Our families are teaching us to go get a job, go get a job, go get a job. Now, when you're a person that's been learning to go get a job your whole life and you land in a career, you're not going to know what to do. So these guys landed in a career, but they've been taught their whole life to go do a job. So they're not doing a career. They're doing a job while they have a career. Their job is being a rapper. Their career is their brand. You understand what I'm saying? So since they're spending so much time working on their job rather than working on their career, they're out there putting out rap and music and everything else, but they're not improving their brand. They're not going to Mercedes and getting in some commercials. They're not attaching themselves to some NBA. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is how it works. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's a difference. Okay. I want to say something about, bring Bobby Shmurda in for a second. This is not a whataboutism. Listen. Bobby Shmurda comes out of jail. What's Bobby Shmurda's brand? How he don't already got merch with a finger across the lips. Why? Because they're not working on his career. They're not working on his brand. Get it? Bobby Shmurda's not working on his career. Bobby Shmurda's just doing a job. He's just doing a job. We're not even talking about his dancing. I'm just talking about he's just doing a job. He's not working on his career. Meek Mills is just doing a job. He's not working on his career. There's a difference. Young boy, as incredible as his music is, he's doing a job. He's not working on his career. Tekashi 6ix9ine, he works on his career. 50 Cent works on his career. You understand? There's a big difference. And that's part of the issue and part of the problem with rappers in general. They want the labels to pay them all of this money and all of that money, but the money ain't there. Yeah, LeBron James makes more money off of endorsements than he does off of his NBA contracts. Jordan did too until he started getting paid $25 million a year. Everybody forget about that. When Jordan signed that first contract where they was paying him 1 year for $25 million for 1 year, people was like, this is bananas. Granted, this was like in 1995, 1994. Timberland says, you think it's his record contracts that's stopping Bobby from promoting merch? If they have any rapper with the type of contract, okay, so this is the problem I have, just so we can be clear. If they have him in a contract where they have to make money off of his merch, now to me, you got to produce the merch. So I'm not signing that contract. Like, hold on, you're going to get a piece of my merch? First of all, I'm not signing that contract as that is, period. But besides that, you're going to get a piece of my merch. That means that you got to produce the merch. And I also want a good cut, but you have to produce the merch. So even if he has a contract, just in my belief, just in my opinion, where they have to give him merch or whatever, where he can't make merch because of, it's probably because they're going to make a percentage, then they should be producing the merch. There's still no reason why he should not have a merch. There's no reason. So you're saying either he's decided not to do it or the label is decided not to do it. In any regard, it doesn't make sense. In either regard. It doesn't make sense either way to me. I mean, it might make all of the sense in the world to other people, but not to me. And if it makes sense to you, then that's okay. He said, Bobby has a nice song that came out with a smell. I don't know what the fuck. You can smell a hit finally. Okay. Hopefully Birdman can help NBA get the business side together. Birdman? What the fuck are you talking about? Birdman who? Give me 1 second. Been way too caffeinated this morning's. Let's put the Cash App in the chat. Bobby, a nice song that came out. Wait, what song are you talking about? You talking about the song where he's dancing with all them chicks in the background? I'm gonna say something real quick. I don't really want to have too much of a Bobby Shmurda conversation because 9 times out of 10 you guys is gonna start dragging him, and I like Bobby Shmurda. I don't want to drag him at all. Y'all gonna say something funny, and I'm gonna start laughing, and I'm gonna start saying funny things. Shout out to Problematic. So I don't really want to talk about Bobby Shmurda too much because there's not enough good things for me to say about him to combat some of the funny things that I'm gonna really have to say if I think about it in time. Birdman from Cash Money just seems to be... Wait. Birdman did what with the NBA? First of all, we should all be thinking higher than the streets. The problem is a lot of people are getting into the game now and they don't want to think past the street level. That's just my opinion. If you're only going to think at the street level, then you're just inhibiting yourself and preventing growth. You understand what I'm saying? And growth is important. So you need to not think at the street level. We need to think above the street level. Think about it like this.
Ooh, tomato, unpeeled with seeds.
Do you understand that the only reason why this side of YouTube don't get millions of videos on almost all of our videos is because people are so busy trying to destroy everybody else's brand? That's the only reason. Because we think the only way to get better is by pushing other people down. We don't think about elevating ourselves. At least not the majority of us. The majority of us think that the only way to do better is by pushing people lower. So people don't try to get better. They don't try to improve at nothing. They don't try to master a skill. The only thing they try to do is try to figure out ways how to destroy other people. Anybody ever saw that movie Idiocracy? Just saying. Anybody ever seen that movie Idiocracy? It's basically the same principle. Instead of us getting more intelligent as a society, what's happening is the more dumber of us, the low vibrations of us, is trying to destroy the people with high vibrations. That's a fact. Just telling you what it is. So we're getting dumber as a society as we go. I'm just saying. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. I mean, my dude. I mean, even if we're not going to say as a society, I'm saying as our community. I'm really only just talking about our community. Our community is getting dumber by the second. Look at our content on YouTube and look at everybody else's content on YouTube. Every other race of people could get on YouTube and make money. Black people get on YouTube and all they want to do is talk about other black people's personal lives. And the people don't even be famous. That's a bad society. That's the point where Jesus is probably going to return. Well, it got to get bad for him to return, allegedly, right? I'm just telling you what it is. That's why whenever I hear people talk about how other people are racist to us, I don't want to have that conversation. I want to talk about black love. Can we talk about black love? Because once we start talking about black love, then that means that we're not going to entertain conversations that's negative towards our own people. We're not going to entertain those conversations. Once we stop entertaining those conversations, then then we don't have to talk about racism. You understand what I'm saying? Because once we stop entertaining negativity about each other, we're going to be there for each other. It's not going to matter what anybody else is doing. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. What the fuck do I know? I'm one of the furthest people that you're ever gonna find from racism. I don't really even care. I 100% don't care. You don't understand. I think it's about the heart. Period. Most of the people who did evil to me in my life have been black. I'm just gonna keep it a stack with you. I don't know that many white people that did evil to me. I know a ton of black people. What's up? Good morning. So that's just my experiences. Positive vibes this morning, the whole BBN. Yes, positive vibes. Just make sure that we keep the vibes all positive. I don't know what that means, Pop. Could we hit that like button, please? So we can send out some notifications. It's early. Yeah, I don't know what that comment meant. What was the lead story today is Fetty Wap. Let's talk about Fetty Wap for a little while, y'all. Y'all want to have this Fetty Wap conversation? We want to have this Fetty Wap conversation. I want to tell y'all something. I want to tell y'all something. I want to put you on the game real quick. Let's hit that like button, man. We can get up to 30 likes. Come on, y'all. What up, hidden in plain sight? I want to have this Fetty Wap conversation real quick. Pay attention. I think Fetty Wap is going to get out of this. I don't think the police want Fetty Wap at all. I think one of the things that the police do like to do is arrest the rapper along with the gang. I think this is the way that the police and the FBI are separating the rappers from the gangs. I've been telling y'all this for the longest. They're trying to separate the rappers from the gangs. Shout out to Dwayne Phillips with the $5 drop. What did the 5 fingers say to the face? Dwayne Phillips says, if you know Jamaican life, they dance, it's still Bobby. I'm not mad at Bobby Shmurda, man. Do what you do. Obey 4K says Fetty Wap got 9 kids, 10 baby mamas. How you got 9 kids and 10 baby mamas, homie? Please explain that to me. I need for you to tell me how somebody could have more baby mamas than they got kids. What the fuck? The drugs. Malik Garcia says, top of the top, my brother. He says, Pac says, there is racist. Everybody wants to talk, look, and speak like blacks. You trendsetters. I didn't say they aren't racist. What, I hope you didn't think I said that. What the fuck? I didn't say that they don't exist. I said that the bigger issue is the way that we treat ourselves. Does it matter how much somebody else? The bigger issue is how we treat ourselves. That's what I'm saying. Y'all people be co-signing people hating and lying on other people. So I don't understand this. You don't, if you, I'm starting to think, I really am starting to think that I might have a learning disability because I can't understand why people do some of the evil that they do. So maybe, I mean, I'm being honest with you. I can't understand how people could just hate other people for no reason. Like, I can't understand it. I'm just being honest with you. I can't understand it. So I'm really starting to think I might have a learning disability. For real, for real. Obey 4K. Fetty Wap got 6 kids and 5 baby mamas. Not 9 kids and 10. How the hell you have more baby? I want to know how that happened. How do you have more baby mamas than you got kids? Well, one of the kids passed away, so maybe that's what he could have meant, but you said 5 and 4, so boom. Shout out to that. Them rappers really happen. Maybe he was thinking about Future. Fetty Wap did have a daughter that recently passed away, R.I.P. to that princess. Can we hit that like button, send out some notifications? I appreciate it. Yeah, so I'm starting to really think, because I can't understand some people's behavior. Like, I can't understand a man not wanting another man to talk to women. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So I don't understand these people's behavior. So I'm really starting to think that I might have a learning disability. Maybe I'm slow. I can't understand random unnecessary hate on people. I don't get it. I'm not even playing. I'm being so honest right now. I don't get it. Yeah, R.I.P. That's a fact. I feel bad for these celebrities that when somebody passed away in their life, they got to hear people talking about it was a sacrifice. I feel bad for them. Like, I really do. I just want to say that real quick. Like, if you're a celebrity, if anybody in your whole family passes away, or your friend or anybody, if anything happens to them, the first thing that comes out of people's mouth is that you had them sacrificed. Like, I gotta hurt, yo. It's just messed up out here. You good, plus everyone from the hood have some type of learning disability, but that don't make you dumb. No, I don't think I'm dumb. I just think that I just think that there's something wrong with me because from my experiences, the normal human's first reaction is to hate other people unnecessarily, right? Like that's like how we're supposed to be. We're supposed to have that thing in us that just make us just hate somebody for no real reason. I don't have that, so I think that there might be something wrong with me. I think I'm missing something. I think I'm missing something. What up, Hector Cruz? He says, good morning, BB and fam. Salute to you. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloweens to everyone. I mean, I don't really celebrate none of these holidays, but I don't care about it either. So I'll say them shits. Happy Halloween to everybody. Oh, stay safe. Yeah, I don't celebrate any of these holidays, but I'm cool with anybody else celebrating them shits. Hold on, I didn't get the email, homie. I didn't get the email. Boom, boom, boom. Hold on, y'all. Somebody said they emailed me something. I didn't get the email, homie. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I'm looking at my right email before I tell this person I didn't get it. Yeah, I'm looking at the right one. Hold on. Halloween is the devil, Bobby Boucher. Halloween's the devil. Ain't nothing wrong with you, BBN. That's just how people is. What a power talk. Just got home from the after hours. Salute to everyone supporting the channel. Shout out to you, J-Dub. What up, C Graph? He says, I think people treat others as they see themselves. If they hate, they're hating themselves. I guess that would be a really good explanation. I think I'm dope as shit. Maybe that's why I'm not arrogant or nothing like that. I think everybody's dope. You know what I'm saying? They don't get it confused, but I think I'm dope as shit. So I generally look at other people and think other people are dope also. Like, I'm really gonna look at you and try to figure out the thing that's dope about you. For real. That's like, I come into contact with people. I'm trying to see what's dope about you. I'm not trying to find out where you got a flaw. I'm not trying to see where you might fall short. I'm trying to see what's dope about you. What up, Penny? Penny says BB and Jack Frost in the cheats. That's a fact. That's a 100% fact about me. That's a 100% fact from me. So you're not gonna give your little brother a ride from work because he doesn't give you gas money? What the fuck? I don't know. I just don't know about you guys. That wouldn't even be a thought of mine. Shout out to AP Wiz. That wouldn't even be a thought of mine. It wouldn't even be a thought. What the fuck? I don't understand you guys. That's all I'm saying. I don't understand you. What up, J-Dub? He says, Frost, you know you ever want to chill and BGK, all drinks on me. All right, I'll come chill out. You should have told me. I'll come pull up. I'll come chill out. We go live. I watch other channels and a lot of your content they use. I already know C-Graph. It's okay, though. Problematic said Halloween's most definitely practices the pagan. Yeah, absolutely. But most of these holidays that we don't even recognize as pagan holidays are pagan holidays, right? So what are you going to do? You're going to get upset that people are you're going to get upset that people are doing the thing? Or you guys going to be like, well, you know what? Shout out to you rat bastards. I promise you, I'm not gonna, shout out to you rat bastards. Do the thing. What the fuck? I can't stop you. Do all of the things. Every one of the things. I'm also not gonna be upset that you enjoying your best life. Shout out to Ramsey Ali. He says, Jack, the good guys are still winning with the $1 drop. Ramsey's sponsoring, he's sponsoring the, what do we call that again? When somebody do $1 drop, they're sponsoring low vibrations, sponsoring somebody with low vibrations. Shout out to our first sponsor of the day, Ramsey Ali, sponsoring low vibration fools. Chillin' Ramsey Ali, how you doing? What up, Problematic? He says, I just feel it's important. We know what we're doing. Celebrating, some don't know. Always good informed, but each to their own. Not to get off topic, but I've been watching the PJs. Laugh out loud. The PJs was funny. Yeah, PJs was funny. You should be watching the PJs. We all should be watching the PJs. I wish we could have more black comedies that's not built up off of stereotypes, though. That's the one thing that I'm happy that, like, that's the one problem I have with the PJs. That's literally the only problem that I have with a lot of Eddie Murphy's comedy. He comes from, he's a genius, by the way. He's probably my third favorite comic. Probably second is between him and Dave Chappelle. They fight for second place. My first is obviously Richard Pryor. But one of the things that always kills me is Eddie Murphy is uber talented at being funny. He's funny by accident. I just wish that he came about during a time where it wasn't common practice to make fun of the demographic that you belong to if you were black. You understand what I'm saying? I wish he came along at a different time so we could see him at his best. Not that that wasn't his best. That probably was his best. What the fuck do I know? Incredible actor. Apparently, they say comedy's harder to do than... I got some paperwork I'm about to show y'all, by the way. Comedy is harder to do than drama, apparently. So that's why I keep trying to tell y'all, some of our best actors out here are actually the comedians. I need to dub this for a second while I show y'all this. No, PJ's is funny as shit. What are you talking about? Y'all want to see what's here? Y'all want to see what I got? Y'all want to see what was just sent to Jack Frost? Y'all want to see what was just sent to Jack Frost? Hold on, let me make these letters bigger so y'all can see exactly what y'all looking at. See if we can make y'all see exactly what y'all looking at. I want y'all to see exactly what was just sent to Jack Frost. Jack Frost. Fetty Wap's paperwork. So let's see what this is saying. It says, it starts out, count one is in or about between June 2019, June 2020, both dates being approximate and inclusive. Approximate means not exact, okay? So for a lot of people think approximate means exact. That does not what approximate means. Approximate means a close enough, a roundabout, around this time. You understand what I'm saying? Around this area, around this time. That's what approximate means. Because, not for nothing, but for some strange reason, when we speak, like I noticed this a while back, like when I be talking to people and they be like, and they use the word, they use that word, they use it incorrectly, and I'll be like, I know what they mean, so I don't say nothing. Both debts being approximate and inclusive within the Eastern District of New York and elsewhere, the defendants, Anthony Lenardi, Robert Lenardi, Willie Jr. Maxwell II, also known as Fetty Wap, Brian Sullivan, Anthony Shinte, and Kavon Wiggins, also known as KV, together with others, did knowingly and intentionally conspire to distribute and possess with intent to distribute controlled substances, which offense involved substance containing heroin, a Schedule I controlled substance, a substance containing fentanyl, I'm assuming, a Schedule II controlled substance, and a substance containing cocaine, a Schedule II controlled substance, and a substance containing cocaine base, a Schedule II controlled substance, contrary to Title 21, U.S. State Code Section, what was Title 21 again? Hold on. Title 21 comes up a lot. I should know this off the back of my hand. The fact that I know it's important. Title 21 is the portion of the code of the federal regulation that governs food and drugs within the United States Food and Drug Administration, the Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, and the Office of National Drug Policy, the ONDCP, and the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA. So basically, Title 21 is the part that controls the food and drugs. So, okay. That's why Title 21 keep coming up, because we keep covering cases that involve drugs. So it goes on to say, the amount of heroin, fentanyl, cocaine, and cocaine base involved in the conspiracy attributed to Anthony Lenardi, Robert Lenardi, Sullivan, and Wiggins as the result of their own conduct and the conduct of other conspirators reasonably foreseeable to them was a 1 kilogram or more of the substances containing heroin, 400 grams or more of a substance containing fentanyl, 5 kilograms or more of a substance containing cocaine, and 28 grams or more of a substance containing cocaine base. The amount of cocaine involved in the conspiracy attributable to Maxwell II and Shinte as a result of their own conduct and conduct of other conspirators reasonably foreseeable to them was 5 kilograms or more of the substance containing cocaine. Okay, so this might be good for Fetty Wap. I don't think they're saying Fetty Wap had anything to do with the fentanyl. Fentanyl is yes. I'm just letting y'all know right now. I think, and I'm sorry to say, but I think that the government will be leaning closer towards when people are putting fentanyl in drugs, that they're going to start charging them with attempt murder. I think they're going to start leaning closer towards that in a couple of years. Don't be surprised when that happens. I'm putting y'all in the game. Don't be surprised when that happens. The government is leaning further. Watch. They're going to start giving people attempt murder for using fentanyl, because that's how dangerous fentanyl is. For real. Shout out to J-Dub with the dub drop. He says, this from J-Dub. Shout out to J-Dub with the dub drop. Who's next? You red pasties. Are we gonna get some Peter slapped? Are we gonna get some low vibration people sponsored? Sponsor a low vibration kid today. It's only $1. Notice I'm saying low vibration. I'm saying low vibration. Those are people who are just slow. Okay? Not slow because they have a learning disability, but slow because they're ignorant and incapable of acquiring new information. So they say the stupidest shit on the planet, but there's nothing physically actually wrong with them. Sponsor low vibration food today for $1. Slap a hater. Sponsor low vibration food. Drop a dub. BBN Network. Yeah, yo, the fentanyl, they are going to start, this is just my belief. I'm just telling you what I believe. I wouldn't be surprised if in give it a little bit of time. What they're going to do is they're going to start giving people not the death penalty. They're going to start giving people attempt murder for fentanyl, and it's going to be federal, because that's where they're going to put it at. You don't need to put it statewide. All you have to do is put it federal. Now, anytime the state has a person who is being charged for the crime, then the government can just come step in if they feel like it. Boom. All you got to do is make it. I'm telling you what they're going to do, man. That fentanyl is crazy, man. No disrespect to DMX, but he had a bad drug addiction. Where you think the money went, plus expenses. A lot of these rappers don't get their money, so I'm not going to assume that he got his money. A lot of these rappers don't get their money, homie. All right? So we're not going to assume he got his money and used all his money away in drugs. He left a lot of people. What you said, Seven God? He left a lot of people that love him. So could we not try to tarnish his name and bring up, every time we bring up DMX, talk about how he had a drug problem? DMX did so much other great things. Could we talk about that? Could we talk about how... Okay, Seven God, not a problem. I'm going to be in the street all the time. There you go, boom. The fuck? Pull up on me. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Do it. Yo, I be walking past a lot of people that fuck with me. I'm just saying. You might be one of the ones that don't. Do what you want to do. with that being said, so Fetty Wap might not be attached to the fentanyl. And if Fetty Wap is not attached to the fentanyl, good morning.
Still put in work, bro.
Yes, my brother. If Fetty Wap is not attached to the fentanyl, then that's going to be in his best interest. Right now, it looks like they only had to have him attached to the cocaine. Also, 9 times out of 10, like I told y'all before, often what they do is the government, they'll give you lesser charges so you will talk. And if you talk, they don't add on the other charges. So they're doing this to these rappers. They do that to people in general whenever they think that you might be the one that might help them out, help them with their case. They'll give everybody else all the big charges, and they'll slowly walk your charges out. If you start helping them, then they don't use their charges against you, because you help us, we help you. And I can't even tell you that I'm against that. To be honest with you, that makes sense. If I was a police officer, I would probably work under the same principle. Which one of these guys you think is gonna talk? Okay, let's give all the other guys all of the charges. Those guys might talk. Let's roll their charges out slow. Let's give them the opportunity to see if they want to help themselves. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me how this is not what they're doing. AP says, did you, Allen Overson, got a trust fund? Oh, Allen Iverson has a trust fund with Reebok that's going to pay him a certain amount of money when he gets to a certain age. I think that was genius for Allen Iverson. That might have saved his life. Remember, Allen Iverson was in the generation, or was in the time where these basketball players was going broke because of their spending, because of their expenses. I'm going to explain something to you when you make it. A lot of people, I've not made it, obviously. A lot of people grow broke because you're paying for people rather than people paying for their own way. I'm not even thinking about Yuri Brown. Shout out to Yuri Brown. Instead of paying their own way, people, they'll get rich, and then all of their friends and their family, then they'll be buying this person a house, buying this person that, giving this person $10,000 a month, giving that person $5,000 a month. Don't do that. You understand what I'm saying? You know what you do? You get your money, and then you go to your family members that need money and say, what's your fucking skills? Okay, you don't have no skills, but your wife could cook her ass off. Why don't we get her a little shop? Y'all got like 2, 3 daughters. You got some nieces. Y'all can all work in the shop. We're gonna just open y'all up a shop. We're gonna find a location. I'm gonna, off the rip, I'm gonna drop a 40, 50, 60,000. I'm gonna go get a loan somewhere or something. We're gonna get you started. Boom. Now that's how you need to treat your friends and your family. And for all the rap bastards that don't want to do nothing and they just want to check, you just leave them to the wayside. Nah, we're not doing that. We're not giving people fish over here. We teaching you how to fish. That's it. If you don't want to learn how to fish, this is just not the place to be. Well, all due respect. Anyway, count 2. Hold on. Let's go to count 2. Count 2 says, in or about between, he says, count 2 is the use of firearms and connected to drug trafficking or a crime. It says, what up, NCC? It says, in or about June 2019 to June 2020, both dates being approximate and inclusive within the Eastern District of New York. The defendants, Anthony Lenardi, Robert Lenardi, Brian Sullivan, and Anthony Sinite, I don't know how to say that guy's name, and Kavon Wiggins, also known as KV, together with others, did knowingly intentionally use and carry one or more firearms during and in relation to drug trafficking crime, in which the crime charged in count 1, and did knowingly and intentionally possess said firearms in furtherance of said drug traffic crime. I want to explain something to you. I'm going to explain something to you that I don't know if anybody else, I don't know who else was talking about this, but I'm going to say something. These niggas just got busted. They're saying that they was doing these crimes since June 2019 to June 2020, but they're only talking about one instance. Nobody thinks that's interesting. This is a RICO. There's 2 charges. Nobody else thinks that's in. Go show me another RICO with 2 charges. There's 2 counts. Show me another RICO with 2 counts. R. Kelly had a RICO, and one of his counts had like 13 charges.